Good morning everyone. Welcome to the class. Today we will discuss about ordinary differential equation. Before discussion about ordinary differential equation, we know about differential equation. Now, what is differential equation? Differential equation is an equation which contains an independent variable, a dependent variable, and one or more of their differentials. That is, a relation connecting an independent variable x, a dependent variable y, and one or more of their differential coefficients or differentials is called a differential equation. Now we see the example. As for example, here we take these two equations. First equation is x square d2y dx2 plus x dy dx plus x square minus 4 into y is equal to 0. Here in this equation we can easily show that here present an independent variable x, a dependent variable y, and their differentials dy dx and d2y dx2. So this is an example of differential equation. As well as in the second equation, cot y dx minus tan x dy is equal to 0 is one of the example of differential equation. Now we see the types of differential equations. There are various types of differential equation, that is ordinary differential equation, partial differential equation, linear differential equation, non-linear differential equation. Except these types, there are so many types of differential equations such as exact differential equation, homogeneous differential equation, non-homogeneous differential equations, etc. Now we discuss about this type of equation one by one. Now, at first we discuss about ordinary differential equation. What is ordinary differential equation? Ordinary differential equations always involves derivatives with respect to single independent variable involved in it. That is, a differential equation involving derivatives with respect to a single independent variable is called an ordinary differential equation. As for example, dy dx plus y is equal to 2x. Here the single independent variable is x, and we see that in this equation the present the derivatives dy dx which is with respect to x, that is with respect to single independent variable. So this equation is an example of ordinary differential equation. And in the second equation we see that d2x dy2 d2y dx2 plus dy dx minus y is equal to sin x. Here we can see that here in this equation dy dx and d2y dx2, that is derivatives with respect to x, which is the single independent variable in this equation. So this is also an example of ordinary differential equation. Now the question is, why we study about ordinary differential equation? Ordinary differential equations have important application, and it's a powerful tool in the study of many problems in the natural sciences and in technology. They are extensively employed in the specific mathematical fields including geometry and analytical mechanics, scientific fields including much of physics and astronomy, meteorology, that is weather modeling, chemistry, that is reaction rates, biology, that is infectious disease, and in genetic variation. Except these, ecology and population modeling, economics, etc. That is, we see that there is so many applications of ordinary differential equations in these subjects. So we study this ordinary differential equation. Now we study about ordinary differential equation. That is, at first we know about order of the ordinary differential equation. Order of the here in a ordinary differential equation, the order of the highest order derivative is called ordinary differential equation. Order of the ordinary differential equation, that is, the order of the highest order derivative which involves in a ordinary differential equation is called the order of the ordinary differential equation. Now, what is the degree of ordinary differential equation? The degree of a differential equation is the power of the highest order derivative involved in it. That is, in an ordinary differential equation, the highest order power contains which power is called degree of the differential equation. Now, as for example, x d3y dx3 minus dy dx whole square minus 5x square is equal to 2 cos square x. In this ordinary differential equation, we see that this equation is obviously an ordinary differential equation, because here in this equation there is a dependent variable y, in an independent variable x, and the derivatives dy dx and d3y dx3 is the derivatives with respect to independent variable x. So this is obviously an ordinary differential equation. Now we see what is the order of the ordinary differential equation. Here the highest order derivative is 3. Here in this equation, third order derivative is present, and which is the highest order derivative. So the order of this equation is 3. And what is the degree of this equation? Third order derivative, that is highest order derivative, involves or contains power 1. So the degree of this ordinary differential equation is 1. That is, the order of the ordinary differential equation is 3 and the degree is 1. Now we know about linear and non-linear first order differential equation. At first, what is first order ordinary differential equation? First order ordinary differential equation always contain first order derivative. And because of this reason, we call that equation first order ordinary differential equation. Now the definition of ordinary differential equation is called linear. What is linear differential equation? Linear differential equation always contains dependent variables and its derivatives in first degree only, and there is no products of dependent variable and its derivatives. That is, every independent variable and every derivatives involved in the ordinary differential equation occur in the first degree only, and there is no product of dependent variable and its derivative in that of differential equation. This type of differential equation is called linear, and the type of differential equation which is not linear is called a nonlinear differential equation. Now we see the examples. As for examples, 3x cubed dy dx plus y is equal to x. We take this equation. Now we can easily show that this equation is linear, because in this equation there is an independent variable x, a dependent variable y, and their derivatives with respect to single independent variable x, that is dy dx. But dy dx and y, that is dependent variable y and derivative dy dx, present in first degree only. And in this equation there is no product of dependent variable and its derivatives, that is no products of y and dy dx. So we see that this equation is linear ordinary differential equation. But in the second equation, But in the second equation, 3y dy dx plus y is equal to x. In this equation, we can easily show that this is a non-linear equation, because here in this equation, the product of the dependent variable and its derivatives y and dy dx, y into dy dx is present. So this equation is non-linear equation. Understand? Now we see how to solve the linear differential equation. There is many methods of solving linear differential equation. Here we discuss about a method which is using integrating factor, that is solution by using integrating factor. Now we see how to solve problems by using integrating factor. To solve by integrating factor, here we take a differential equation dy dx plus py is equal to q, where p and q are the functions of x, and this equation dy dx plus py is equal to q is commonly known as Leibniz linear equation. Leibniz linear equation. To solve this equation, we multiply both sides of this by e to the power integration p dx, so that we get dy dx e to the power p dx plus y into p into e to the power p dx, because it is equal to q into e to the power integration p dx. That is the left side. From the left side of this equation, we can write it as differentiation form, that is d dx of y into e to the power integration p dx is equal to right side is the same, q into e to the power integration p dx. Now we integrate both sides of this equation. On integrating both sides of this equation, of the above equation, we get y e to the power integration p dx is equal to integration q into integration p dx plus c, where c is the integrating constant. where c is the integrating constant, and here y into e to the power integration p dx is equal to integration q into integration e to the power integration p dx plus c is the required solution of the given equation, which is called Leibniz linear equation. And here e to the power integration p dx is called integrating factor, that is in e to the power integration p dx is known as integrating factor. That is, we here in this way we can solve any differential equation by using this method. Now we see an example. Here given, solve x plus y plus 1 into dy dx is equal to 1. From this equation we can get dx dy is equal to x plus y plus 1. Now taking x in the left hand side, we see that this equation reduces to this equation dy dx dy minus x is equal to y plus 1. We number this equation as 1. Now comparing this equation 1 with Leibniz linear equation dy dx plus py is equal to q, we see that p is equal to minus 1, q is equal to y plus 1, and dy dx is equal to dx dy. Here we see that the equation 1 is a differential equation of independent variable y. That is, in linear differential equation 1 contains independent variable y. Now integrating factor is e to the power integration p dy. Since this equation 1 is a differential equation with independent variable y, so integrating factor is e to the power integration p dy. Here we can get integrating factor is e to the power minus y. Now we can multiply this integrating factor by this integrating factor equation 1. Multiplying equation 1 by integrating factor, we get e to the power minus y into dx dy minus x into e to the power minus y is equal to e to the power minus y into y plus 1. Implies the left hand side of this equation, from this left hand side of this equation we can write d dy into x dy e to the power minus y, d dy of x e to the power minus y is equal to, right side is the same. Now we integrate this equation. On integrating the above equation, we can get x into e to the power minus y is equal to integration of right hand side. Now we can integrate right hand side again. On integrating right hand side, to integrate right hand side we use here by parts integration. Then on integrating by parts, we have from RHS of 2 integration y plus 1 into e to the power minus y dy is equal to minus of y plus 2 into e to the power minus y plus c. C is the integrating constant. We numbered this equation as 3. Now using this equation 3 in equation 2, that is on the previous slide, equation 2. Hence we obtain from the equation 2 x is equal to minus of y plus 2 in plus 3 into e to the power y. As we can divide it by both sides of this equation by e to the power minus y. So hence we get the required solution, that is equation 4 is the required general solution of the given problem 1. Understood? Now we can see some questions. Here the questions is, first question is find the order and the degree of dy dx to the power 3 by 2 plus 2y is equal to 3. Here in this equation we see that the power of the derivative dy dx is fractional. So what we do? We can square on both sides. After squaring on both sides, we can easily get the order and the degree of this equation. After squaring, we get the order of the equation is 1 and the degree of the equation is 3, because in this equation first order derivative is the highest order derivative, so the order is 1, and first order derivative contains power 3, so 3 is the degree of this equation. Now come on the second question. Second question is consider the differential equations. First equation is x squared d2y dx2 to the power 4 plus y to the power 3 by 2 to root over of 1 plus d3y dx3 whole square is equal to 0, and the second equation is d2y dx2 minus 2x is equal to 3y minus x dy dx is equal to the power minus 3 by 2. Now the question is find the sum of the degree of first and second differential equation. So at first we get the degree of first and second differential equation. To get the first differential to get the degree of the first differential equation, we can square on both sides. By squaring on both sides, we get the degree of the first differential equation is 2, because we see that in this equation third order derivative is the highest order derivative and this highest order derivative contains power 2. So the degree of the first differential equation is 2, and as well as in the second equation, we also square on both sides. After squaring on both sides, we get the degree of the second differential equation is 2, because the second differential equation contains second order derivative as the highest order derivative, and this highest order derivative contains power 2. So the degree of the second differential equation is 2. Now the sum is 2 plus 2, that is degree of first equation is 2 and the degree of the second equation is also 2. So sum of the degree is 4. Now come on the third equation. Third question. Come on the third question. Solve x plus 1 into dy dx minus ny is equal to e to the power x into x plus 1 into to the power n plus 1. Here, to solve this equation, we use here integrating factor. That is, Here we multiply by integrating factor. At first we get integrating factor from this equation, and then we multiply both sides of this equation by integrating factor, and then on integrating we can get the equation of this differential equation. Now let's start about homogeneous equation. First we see that what is homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation is if a function f of xy can be expressed in the form x to the power n phi of y by x, or in the form y to the power n into psi of x by y, then f of xy is said to be a homogeneous equation of degree n. Homogeneous equation of degree n in x and y. That is, x and y are to be same degree. Now, if the equation m dx plus n dy is equal to 0 can be put in the form dy dx is equal to f of y by x, that is, if m and n are a homogeneous function of x and y and also of same degree, then the equation is called homogeneous equation. That is, in homogeneous equation, m and n are always of same degree, and m and n are always homogeneous function. Always. Now we can see some examples. Now let's see the note. dy dx is equal to f of xy is a homogeneous equation if f of dx dy is equal to t to the power n f of xy for all t and for all n greater than 0. Here n is always greater than 0. Now come on the example. Here we take these two equations. dy dx is equal to 3 log x plus y minus log of x cube plus y cube. Here this is can easily verify that this equation is a homogeneous equation. This is a homogeneous equation. Now log of 3 log of x plus y, this term is can write log of x plus y whole cube minus log of x cube plus y cube. Now here we can write log of x plus y whole cube divided by x cube plus y cube. So here we can easily verify that this equation 1 is a homogeneous equation, as well as the second equation dy dx is equal to 4y into root over of x minus 5x into root over of y divided by root over x into minus of x plus 7y. This is equation 2. Here we can easily show that the equation is a homogeneous equation, because by multiplying this term by dx and this term by dy, we can get m and n. So 4y into root over of x minus 5x into root over of y This term is m, comparing m dx plus m dy is equal to 0, and also root over of x into minus x plus 7y. This term is n on comparing the equation m dx plus m dy equal to 0. Now we see m and n are of same degree, and both m and n are homogeneous function. So this equation 2 is also a homogeneous equation. There are so many examples of homogeneous equation. Now we can see how to solve this type of homogeneous equation. To solve this type of homogeneous equation, we put y is equal to vx. First step is, at first we write this type of equation as type dy dx is equal to something. Then we put in the second step y is equal to vx. Here see, solve x square y into dx minus x cube plus y cube dy is equal to 0. We now compare this equation with m dx plus m dy is equal to 0. By comparing, we get m is equal to x square y and n is equal to x cube plus y cube. Hence, we see that m and n both are homogeneous functions, and x and both homogeneous function of x and y, and m and n are of same degree 3. Here look, here x's power is 2 and y's power is 1, so the degree is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and here also x's power is 3 and y's power is 3. Then m's power is 3, m's degree is 3, and as well as the degree of n is also 3. Now the first step is, we write from this equation as dy dx is equal to x square y divided by x cube plus y cube. This we numbered this equation as 1. Now in the second step, we put y is equal to vx. Now putting y is equal to vx, after, now we differentiate this equation y is equal to vx. Now differentiating with respect to x, we can get dy dx is equal to v plus x dv dx. Now we put this value of dy dx in the first equation. Now from the first equation, we get, by putting the value of dy dx, v plus x dv dx is equal to x cube v. Since we put y is equal to vx, so we can get v divided by 1 plus v cube. As here is x cube, and after putting the value of y, we can get here a term x cube. So here x cube and here x cube divide is equal to 1. So we can get v divided by 1 plus v cube. Now x dv dx, from first and third we can get x dv dx is equal to minus of v to the power 4 divided by 1 plus v cube. Here we take the v and dv term in left hand side and the term containing x in the right hand side. Now we can write from the above equation 1 by v to the power 4 plus 1 by v dv is equal to minus dx by x. Right side is the same. Now we integrate this equation. On integrating both sides, we get minus of 1 by 3 v cube plus this term is as log v, and in the right hand side minus of dx by x, integrating dx by x we get minus log x plus log c. Here log c is the integrating constant. Log c is the integrating constant. Now from this equation we calculate, after calculating this equation we can write log of vx divided by c is equal to minus 1 by 3 v cube. Therefore vx divided by c is equal to e to the power 1 by 3 v cube. Here putting y is equal to vx, we can get the required solution. That is, here the required solution is y is equal to c into e to the power x cube divided by 3y cube. Here we can put the value of vx. We put value of vx. Then we get y is equal to c e to the power x cube divided by 3y cube. Hence this is the required solution. Now come on the second question, second problem. Solve x y dx, x into y dx plus x dy into cos of y by x is equal to 1 into x dy minus y dx into sin y by x. Here at first in this equation, here at first multiply this term by x and this term by y. So here we can get dy by dx after calculating dx in one side and dy in another side. Hence we put, after that we put y is equal to vx, and putting y is equal to vx we can solve this equation. Understood? Any questions? Okay. Thank you.